What's happening, everybody? It's your favorite YouTuber, Boogie Bob. I got some running around today, so I'm going to make this video. I've been wanting to make it for a while now. You can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. I feel like dancing, dancing, dance the night away. Get down, boogie, oogie, oogie. To my surprise, 100 stories high. Guys, if any of these songs mean anything to you, then you're a discos baby. You know what I'm talking about. Disco was the biggest thing in the world in the 70s, the late 70s, up into the early 80s. I was a disco freak. I loved all those songs. Right down the street is one of the biggest disco clubs in the history of the world, the most famous club that ever happened, Studio 54. And since I'm running around today, I'm going to take you by, tell you a little bit about it. Hopefully you'll enjoy this little video. Guys, we're here. 54. Excuse me. 54th and 8th. So, believe it or not, the most famous nightclub of all time, Studio 54. 54. It's right here. In fact, it did close in 1980. It was sold because they both went to prison. Ian Schrager and Steve Rubell. Before it was Studio 54, it was an old opera house. And look at, guys, if you look at these beautiful statues sticking out, look at this. Look at that. You got the actor. You've got the reader or the writer. You've got the guy playing the music. After it closed, there would be a whole bunch of different plays that came here. I do want to show you. This is a picture of where I'm standing right now. This is a picture of people trying to get into this club. I want you to look at this damn picture, folks. There's the marquee, 54. This is exactly where I'm standing right now. Could you imagine you say, I want to go to a nightclub tonight, and you go stand in that shit? Insane. So this is Studio 54. It's the brainchild of Ian Schrager and Steve Rubell. They've done movies on it. There's a great documentary right now on Netflix called 54. And it's absolutely insane. Can you imagine? Could you imagine going into this damn line to get in there? The stars that would come in here, absolutely insane. Let me show you. anyone was here on a nightly basis. The greatest nightclub of all time. I might have a fight getting ready to happen right here with me. I gotta be careful for a second. Give me a second. I've got a crazy guy behind me. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Michelle Obama says when they show you who they are, believe them. Now that guy showed me who he was 2 blocks away. All right, so we killed some time, guys. That's Studio 54. Again, I'm doing a video. This is just going to be some outside footage. It will be strung together with me talking about the club. It was a short-lived club. It only lasted like 36 months. What happened was it was so busy. How busy? This busy. Bro, there's 24,000 people standing. I can't remember what the picture said. 24,000 people standing right there. It's insane. What they would do, first of all, sex was everywhere. AIDS wasn't here yet. No such thing as the pill, so they were up there screwing in the balconies and doing everything else they could. And it was insane. Cocaine was everywhere. The busboys would give you cocaine and have sex with you. So when Steve Rubel and Ian Schrager met in college and decided they were going to have a business in a nightclub in New York City, they had no idea that they were going to open up this massive club on 54th Street and 8th Avenue that would go on to change the landscape of nightclubs forever. It was bigger, it was better, it was more decadent. The problem was the egos got involved. The problem was the money was outrageous. They ended up skimming millions of dollars off of their sales receipts. Every night they would have drugs and sex and different parties going on. The FBI raided the place, arrested them both, found their illegal books stuffed up in the damn ceiling along with boatloads of cash. They ended up having a last hurrah on early February of 1980, like February 3rd. On February 4th, they went to prison. Unfortunately, instead of doing their time, they decided to snitch on all the other club owners because the government offered them a deal. If they snitched on other club owners that were also skimming money, they would get to go home early, and that's exactly what they did. So they did the crime, they couldn't do the time, they snitched on everybody, and that was that. They ended up selling the club off a couple months into prison. They got out about a year later, and Ian Schrager has gone on to be this huge multi-millionaire, owning 30 or 40 of the nicest hotels around the world. And unfortunately, Steve Rubel passed away from HIV at a very early age. I think he was 45 when he passed. But this was the rise and fall of the greatest nightclub in the history of New York City, maybe the history of the world. Everybody who was anybody was there. You could find much better videos online. This was me walking by and decided to take you with me. I actually had a business inside of there in 96, 97, and way past its heyday. But I've been fascinated with the club ever since I first heard about it when I lived in California, and never had any idea that I would move to New York and live right by it. Those days are gone. I've been in the club business for over 30 years, and we've had thousands of celebrities come through all the clubs I do, but nothing on the scale of 54. It was a whole different ball game, never to be done again. Right here, it changed the landscape of music. In 1980, an informant told the FBI that they had boxes of money in the ceiling and they had 2 sets of records. Guys, people embezzle all the time. They rip off the government all the time, but you don't keep another set of records there. By the way, this is an old place of mine. And I didn't even tell you that I did Studio 54 when it reopened in 1996. I was there for about 6 months. This is Iguana. I was here for about 2 years. This is a really, really cool spot. hence the giant iguana on the wall. This is when I was young and I was just starting my business off. I had all these places, didn't know the value, didn't care about the value. I just wanted to get money and keep it moving. Speaking of keeping it moving, that's what we're doing. That was Studio 54. This is The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. And if you look, they're already lined up outside. Can anybody Google and tell me who the star is tonight on Stephen Colbert, The Late Show? It typically starts at 5 o'clock. So you queue up out here for an hour or so. There's going to be a line here to the corner, and then it'll go past that. This is the Ed Sullivan Theater, CBS. By the way, CBS also for a long time owned Studio 54. They had What's My Line, all those $64,000 question, all those things took place in that studio till it was bought. Anyway, so this is CBS. This was Ed Sullivan. This is where the Beatles first played. Elvis, all these guys played here, this beautiful theater. And then after that, it became David Letterman. Late Night with David Letterman. And now it's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. And all these tourists, mostly tourists, are lined up to get inside. Have a great show, guys. Look, it's cold out here, by the way. You have to have a mask. You have to have a vaccine card to get in. And something cool that you might not know if you're a tourist is that tickets are free. If you wanted to come here in the daytime, there's these people called pages. He's a page right there in the red coat. Anybody in the red coat, those are pages. And they'll have a clipboard, and you'll walk up to you and see if you want to get free tickets. You can get tickets right here, anywhere on the street out here, the day of, depending on who the star is. If it's a really big star, you're not getting nothing. This used to be Roseland Ballroom, huge ballroom, and right over there is where every star that goes in here to this show tonight, those are the doors for the stars to get in. They'll pull up right in a limo, walk right in the side door, and that's it. I'll walk you by it. I have a video I put up. It's Boogie Bob, David Letterman. It was the last show. On the very last show, I had like an iPhone 4 back then. No tripod, I just stood right here. It was so crowded right here. There was 25,000 people out here. And if you want to check it out, this was Roseland Ballroom. If you want to check it out, you could just type in Boogie Bob Letterman. I think it'll come up. That's the famous door. The car will pull up here, and Sylvester Stallone. I got videos of Stallone, Dolly Parton, anybody you can think of coming. Come on!
Guido, I saw you over there trying to give the envelope. Did it?
Did you see it? Do you have it on
back up? No, I didn't.
I gave it to the other side.
Well, there goes his car. People chasing him down the street.
Where are they running to now?
Running! Oh my gosh!
They're gonna chase him down the street.
Where's that guy going?
Other direction.
Where's that guy running?
Other direction. Well, he stopped at the light and swarmed. All these people running down there.
burrito?
Yeah.
What? This is for Jay. What exactly happened?
Came out. I said, here, Sly, take this. He didn't, and that was it.
Did he acknowledge you?
He acknowledged my presence, and I said, hey, Frank, and Frank waved, and that was it. You got that on camera?
You saw Frank Stallone?
Oh, shit.
I did not get you on. I did not get you on.
No, you didn't really?
Did not. However, I did get Sly. Great footage of Sly. Pretty ladies here want to watch my film. I got juice all of a sudden. This is for my friend Jay. Say hi to Jay in Canada.
Just waiting to see some
Okay, we're gonna shoot. I have several videos. Oh, these stores right here. Please be kind and loving to each other. God bless you.